everyone. Namaste. I am shocked to be saying that it is the end of December. It is almost the end of the year, and we are moving into 2024. I don't know about any of you, but I am so not ready. Yes, I want to say bye-bye to 2023, but I'm not sure I'm ready to say hi to 2024 yet either. It's just been an insanely fast year. In some ways, I feel like it was just January 1st. It's unbelievable to even think about the changes in my life in the last 2 years. And I would not be at all surprised if all of you are feeling the same way. It seems to be the overall solar system and the energies being thrown our way right now. We are really being asked to step up the plate, step up the bar, climb the ladder, get to Mount Everest, and we are being challenged the entire way. It's just been unbelievable. I've been reading this amazing book by a dear friend called Earth Song. And what I found fascinating about this book is that it talks about all the storm systems that are coming through and that have been happening in the last 2 to 3 years and what those storms represent. And the bottom line that she has me thinking about is that these storms' intent is to clean the toxic energy out of Earth and lift it out and up. And it brings it out so it can be washed away and dissipated and go back to the gas and go back to a source of water and positivity in our lives. And I hadn't thought about that until I started to read this book about the intense density of trauma energy and war energy and negativity and enslavement that has happened in the past 26,000 year cycle of the zodiac. It's just fascinating to think about. Now, if Earth has to clean all of that out, so do we. And that's what's even more scary, is that we have been being asked to do all of that. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling it. So that's it's been an interesting time frame. I've been involved in an intense class of Revolving to Evolve with Dr. Edith Eva Eger, and that has really truly helped me find my, the North Star. Like, what is the focus? What does my logo, what does the book really need to say? What is it that's really evolving? And I am thrilled to tell you that I have just powerfully connected to the flow of the book, the intent of the book. It's turned into a workbook. You will be able to get the book and sit down and really learn step by step reasons to love yourself unconditionally. And I'm just so excited to birth this book. I thought it would be done by January 1st, but no, not going to happen. However, what I can tell you is that I just keep adding pieces of wisdom, keep adding and keep adding, so that it's going to be an even more powerful compilation when it's done. So that's my great news. That's my great news. I'm super excited with how it's turning out. And once I get the first draft put together, I'm sending it out to, I have a group that's going to be reading it and giving me feedback, and while I keep working on tweaking and editing. So next year sometime, at some point, it'll be published. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but hey, isn't that what we keep being told? Isn't that what the wise ones and all of the spiritual teachers keep saying, is we don't have to know how. Our job is to co-create with the amazing quantum field. And when we co-create, we allow the flow. We allow the thought, word, and deed. We allow it to manifest into being. So I certainly have created the intentional framework and have powerfully filled it with love. So it'll birth when it's ready to be birthed. At least it's in the process right now. So with that, I am bringing forth the wise ones today. They are super excited to come back. It feels like forever since I did this, but it's only been 2 months. So they are super psyched to come back and talk to us about 2024 and how to step into 2024 is my intent. That's what I want to hear, and move forward in 2024. So they asked me to tone for peace and gratitude. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. Yom yana ninya hona yom nama namaniya namani yom yanamni yanamni Yananamaniya, Yananamaniya, Hayayamni, Hayayamni, Namanamaniyam, Namanamaniyam, Hayayamni, Hayayamni, Namanamaniyam, Namanamaniyam, Kayayam. That certainly wasn't what I expected. That's not at all what I was toning before I started recording. But then again, they always surprise me, don't they? So, with that, let me bring forth the wise ones. Hello everyone, namaste. We are so excited to be here today. Yes, it does feel like forever since we got to talk to you last, but we're always talking to Karen, and somehow, some way, we are getting messages out there. So usually they're through her meditations, through her prayers, and through what she projects out into the field. So in that way, you're always hearing from us, because we are always connected. And with that, we wish to remind you that we are Karen's wise ones. All of you have your own set of wise ones. There are very, very few, very, very few souls that are brand new. Or souls that have come in and had a computer reboot where all the karma is cleared and they're starting fresh. There are not many of those souls. So most of you listening are going to be the souls that have past lives. Therefore, you have your own set of wise ones. Aren't you lucky? Who talk to you all the time. and have probably been knocking on your shoulder or pounding on your shoulder if you're not listening, to come forth and provide you wisdom and guidance as well. And what we can share with you is joy and laughter align with love and truth and integrity and the God within. So, you most likely have stored all your laughter in your wise one's wisdom databank. That's the good news. So see, don't you want to get to know them right away? You want to get to know your laughter, your lightheartedness, your fun, your play, your joy. We constantly have to knock at Karen. Stop being so serious. Yeah, they do. I can own that. Stop being so serious, Karen. And we want to say that to all of you because you guys have gotten way too heavy and dense this year. Yes. What's going on the planet can get you heavy and dense. And that's why we want to say, turn it off. Hit that button off. Put the phone down where you can't see it, upside down. Your planet has gotten way too serious and dense. But you know what it's like. King Kong holding on to that last banana. It's not going to let that last banana go, and neither is the evil on your planet right now. But here's the key. Here's the key. Who is that evil? Who is that evil? Take your fingers and go. Now, we can hear Karen and all of you screaming, "No, I'm not! I'm not that evil!" No, you're not. No, you're not evil. But every single human being has hatred in their heart, has judgment in their heart, has resentment in their heart, has racism in their heart. We take that back. Not in your heart. Your heart is your soul connection. It's in the ego. It's in the left brain. It's in the reptilian DNA. Karen loves that term. Reptilian DNA. Like, seriously? We all have reptilian DNA in us? Yes, guys, you all have reptilian DNA in you. And that's the source. That's where you can be taught to hate. That's the location of where you can store anger and rage and fear and all of those qualities that result in evil choices. No, all of you listening are not child molesters. But the people who are child molesters, where is that energy stored? The left brain, your reptilian brain, is where you would contemplate, choose, be, act from, and align with that kind of dense, negative, unloving choices. And if you're making those choices, it's a wound that is screaming and wants to be healed. Karen has a huge, huge issue with forgiving evil. Understanding that evil is, we don't want to say a good thing, that evil is a part of the flow and balance of life. She actually calls darkness void of love, void of light. It's just void. It's a void. But darkness doesn't have to be void of love. At night, it's dark, but it's not void of love. What do you consider darkness? What do you consider evil? Because it's not going to change outside of you until it changes inside of you. As the beautiful Dr. Edith Eva Eger, who survived Auschwitz and 5 worst camps, says, where's the inner Hitler in you? That's what's to heal. Your inner Hitler. So, when you're screaming about evil outside, hold up the mirror. Like, what can you heal inside of you? Where are you angry? Where are you fearful? What are you afraid of? What is stopping you? What has someone projected at you? What sentence did somebody project at you and you've owned it? And you're standing in that sentence. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not valuable. I don't matter. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not thin enough. I am stupid. I can't learn. I'm clumsy. What sentence did somebody throw at you? Because those are sources of evil. Those are prisons in your mind, prisons in your energy field, in your body. And those prisons, those dense negative thoughts, are creating imbalance in your field. And now you have millions of people on the planet with those imbalances in their field. What's the majority that you're going to see show up? Of course, evil will seem to be running the planet. Stay with us. Don't run away. It's a tough conversation. It's a very tough conversation. But you've been hearing it so many places lately. Heal thyself. Heal thyself. And that will change the world around you. If you can let go of those burdens and those toxins and those traumas and that imbalance in your field, it it will affect outside. And the more people that can balance themselves, the more people who can get into a peace and gratitude state, the less you're going to see in the world. And the more you're going to be in harmony with Earth so that she doesn't have to keep pounding you with storms and all kinds of earthquakes and tornadoes and hurricanes to cleanse and clear the negativity. Yeah. It's a tough conversation to hear. It really is. Everything is energy. Every molecule connects to one another. And every molecule that connects to one another is going to affect the next and 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 the next. So, if you want your world to look different in 2024, heal the evil in you. Heal the inner Hitler. The inner human trafficker. We can feel the heat rising in Karen. She's like, that's a topic. She's really wants them all taken out. Okay, here's another tough conversation we're going to have with all of you. How often have you beaten up your inner child? Every time you feel stupid, every time you feel not worthy, every time you feel not good enough, you're smacking your inner child. That's abusing a child. Energy. No, it's not sexually raping someone. It's emotional abuse of the child. And when you have an entire planet who has been taught to emotionally abuse its inner child because you're not good enough, you were born a sinner, your parents didn't want you, or you didn't get an A in school, or those kids beat you up in the recess outside. You all came away with some kind of belief in yourself that's beating up who you are. Who you are. Karen's inner child recently screamed, if we're not perfect, we're going to be hurt again. Like, so, if you're Karen, if you have perfection as your stoplight in life, where you're afraid to complete something because if it's not perfect, you're going to get hurt again. Every time you don't complete something, it's like that inner child is being hurt again. Every time you're afraid, every time somebody says something and you think and you think that you're going to be attacked again, that child is getting beaten. And what we want to say to all of you is, you all have something like that. That's Karen's. Everybody has some type of an inner child wound. And until you embrace that child, until you love on that child, until you tell that child it's perfect. It's perfect. Because vulnerability, when you're vulnerable, that leads to authenticity. And when you're authentic and you're honest and you have integrity and you choose to do good, you are perfect. That is perfection. That is the only way you're ever going to be perfect, is to intend love, to intend goodness, to intend integrity, to intend fun and play and joy, to intend to be your best, knowing that your best is going to show up different every single time. Every single time. And when you can start doing that, you will embrace and love and cherish your inner child. And the child can heal. And it will empower all children. All children. And it will start a domino ripple effect. As one person heals inner evil, inner child trauma, pain, it will start a flow that will evolve and continue to flow. And the dominoes will continue to go around the world, and it will, every single person will start to love themselves. And when you're all loving yourself, there is no like attraction to evil on the planet. None. When you continuously choose the spiritual love self, and you don't let the reptilian DNA brain rule you, you don't let the anger and the judgment and the resentment and the not good enough control you. Because you know you're a perfect child of God, a perfect child of love and light. It has no attractor or receptor. Evil has nowhere to connect. There's no connector. Neurons just misfire. It can't connect. And it's going to dissipate. So how do you heal your planet? Point all those fingers here. One thought at a time. As Karen has said for years now, every nanosecond of every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year. You have a choice. You have a choice. Are you going to come from right brain or left brain? Love or fear? Connection to unconditional love of all that is. Connection to evil. Or not. It's really that simple. We haven't connected those lines for you so powerfully before, but it's time. That's what you need to know for 2024. You need to know how to heal evil on the planet. And that starts within self. Because you all have the two sources in you. That's duality. We've said it a million times. We'll say it again. That's duality. Inside of you is duality. Honor that inner child. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Recently, we had Karen start a new practice, and we're going to hand it over to you too. If you have never heard of the Ho'oponopono prayer, it's an ancient prayer that is very powerful in its own right. And it's a very simple statement. We had her work with it first with her physical body, and then we expanded it to her energy field. And it goes something like this. Dearest, dearest energy field, I am so very sorry for the trauma and the anger and the fear and the pain that I have caused you and stored in you. Please forgive me and release it to free us. I love you. Thank you. Dearest, dearest, dearest physical body, I am so incredibly sorry for the pain and the trauma and the angst that I have that has hurt you. Please, please forgive me and release it for both of us. I love you. Thank you. Dearest shoulders, please, please, please forgive me for taking on the weight of the world. I am so sorry I caused you that pain. Please forgive me and release it for us. Thank you. I love you. And you can go from there. You can do it to circumstances. Dear job, I'm sorry I've been complaining about you. Please forgive me. I am grateful to have a job. Thank you. You can go on and on and on and do this everywhere. Dearest inner child, I am so incredibly sorry I have not honored you or taken care of you properly. Please forgive me. I promise to do better. I love you. Thank you. Go to sleep saying it. Karen likes to take a hot bath and thank every aspect of her body and just thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so sorry you've been through this pain. Dearest hands, thank you for all you've done for me. She just goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's a wonderful way to acknowledge all energy, your entire field. It's a wonderful way to cleanse and clear. Because, reminder, all thoughts are neurons. They're of your electrical system. When you fire those neurons out to a word, it's a projection of that frequency into the field. The field then finds like molecules and deeds it into reality. So the more that you say these kind, loving, forgiveness exercises to your field, the more it's going to release and release and release. And the more you release, the more the planet can release, and the more that human consciousness, mass consciousness, can release. It's all a flow. It's all connected. We've told you a million times the universe is like one of those kids' games with all the balls. You move one ball and it moves other molecules, and it moves it here and it moves it there, and it goes all around, and it keeps moving and flowing and evolving and revolving, and it's all connected. You are connected. The greatest gift you can give yourself in 2024 is to realize that connection and to shift your connection with what's outside of you. But you can't do that until you shift it for yourself. So critical, so crucial, so important right now. Humanity is at a Y in the road. Like the train tracks, and you get to a point where the train can either go this way or that way. And it's a flick of a switch. Which way are you going to flick it? Depends on each and every one of you. And how it's flipped depends on how you flip the brains. You're at a fork. Are you going to continue down the ego, power, control, manipulation, connection to negativity, darkness, evil? Or are you going to connect to the oneness, the love, and the light and truth of the fifth dimension? All of your native, the Mayans and the Native Americans didn't know the answer. That's why the calendar ended. They didn't know which way humanity would choose to go. It's choice. Every nanosecond of every second of every minute of every hour of every week of every month of every year, it is a choice. A blessed, beautiful choice. It is our wish for you that you connect to your wise ones. You connect to that joy. You connect to the love and that you've saved in the field. That will help align you with spirit, with right brain, much, much, much faster. It is our wish that you choose to honor your inner child and just embrace that beautiful, beautiful essence in you and apologize for any pain, any trauma that you've held on to, and release it. Because whatever anybody said to you back then or did to you then, it's created a new you, a new stronger you. It's given you resilience. All pain leads to resilience. If you choose to let it, that's its gift. If you hold on to the trauma of it, if you hold on to the anger of it, you're feeding left brain, you're feeding the reptilian brain, you're feeding the evil in the world. It's energy. It's all energy. Yes, it sounds awful to say that, but it's all energy. It's all a connection of molecules. We wish that you would powerfully choose in 2024 and from this day forward to go to the light, the love, the embracing, the gratitude, the please forgive me, Ho'oponopono prayer. Please forgive me. Acknowledge whatever it is that you did. Ask for forgiveness. Say I love you. Thank you. And in some cases, you may not be able to tell work you love it, but you're grateful for it. Start there. Somebody who abused you, you may not be able to say I love you. No. But I'm grateful for the strength I've become, or who I've become, or what I have learned as a result. There's always a silver lining. There's always a strength achieved. Always. If you choose. So, 2024 has potentials to evolve in a much greater way with love, loving consciousness on the planet. If you choose. If not, you will continue to see what Karen likes to call the clown world. King Kong's holding on to the last bananas and fighting tooth or nail. Because isn't that what you're doing when you hold on to trauma? You are King Kong. No, I'm not going to release that. That pain, that person did this and I'm not going to release it. And how dare they have done this? And how dare such and such have happened? And how dare that have been stolen from me? And how dare that fire take everything? And how dare... You're King Kong holding on to the bad stuff, the evil, the negativity, the hardship, rid of the freaking thing. Send it to the light. That's the past. Let go of the rope and the chains because that keeps you in prison. You're in prison. Your child's in prison. There's too many prisons on your planet that are in your minds and in your fields because you're not releasing them. Please, 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 please let them go. For yourself and for your entire world. You want to make a difference in your world? Let go of your traumas. It is that simple. Really. It is that simple. We didn't say it's easy. We said it's a simple equation of energy. Do your best. Honor yourself. I am so, so, so sorry I held on to that. I am so sorry for that pain and trauma. Please forgive me. Please release it for us. I love you. Thank you. Say it until it feels natural. And then keep saying it. It will make a difference. All energy responds to gratitude. Because gratitude is a type of love. And it is a higher vibration. So you will lift yourself up and feel even more lighter. Literally. Because you're going to be dumping the sandbags out so that the balloon can fly. Get another sandbag. And then just cleanse it, clear it. I love you. Thank you. Please forgive me. The forgiveness is like a violet flame. It just lets it go. It lets it evolve. Do that for yourself and your world. Really, seriously. So important. It's so incredibly important to move into 2024. It's going to be a showdown year. It's going to be that year, the choose. Choose. You can't mess around anymore. You can't ignore it. You can't walk away from it. You have to choose one or the other. No hiding anymore. Choose density and 3D reality, or choose to raise your vibration through forgiveness. That's all we can tell you guys. It's an ideal opportunity. It's the greatest gift as a human being you could receive, to have this choice, to have this moment, to have it so crystal clear as an opportunity to shift. Are you going to use it? We pray that you do. We are sending all our love and light to you for freedom and forgiveness. Karen, take us out with that toning. Thank you, wise ones. That was a very pointed, profound message. It's black and white. Freedom and forgiveness. Hey na tia ho, hey na no ho, yo no ni, yo no ni, yo na am ni atai, ya na am ni atai. Hey, and then me, Okay. That was very simple too. All right. So, before we go, I really want to do another meditation. The meditations have become such an important source of transition for the planet. So, let's just pull together what we want to do for this meditation. And as always, we are going to call forth all benevolent beings. So, let's align ourselves. We stand in our I am crystalline starlight radiance, connected to the source of love in all dimensions and directions, calling forth all benevolent beings to assist us in this prayer of love and light, this mass meditation. And we send love, healing ascension, cocoons of love to every molecule on earth, radiating it from the crystal grid of earth out, radiating it to the light web, sending it out through all quantum entanglements, all around the solar system, this universe. We send love, violet flame, to all the dark web and all the quantum entanglements to the dark web. We just send love. We send that ascension healing energy to fill every one of those cords and connections. To dissipate into light and love. Into light and love. We send that light and love into us to heal all of our discord and negativity. Release it, release it, release it. Free it, free it, free it. We send it to the violet flame. As sovereign light beings, we intend, demand, and declare ascension energy rise into this field, into the light, into the water, soil, air. We just pull the ascension energy and lift the vibration of our water, soil, and air to its perfection, to its most vibrant, healthy state. And that fills all beings with its energy. The light, kosha, food, ascension energy radiates through all of our field into our DNA, lifting and reviving us and pulling us into a new vibrational space. As sovereign light beings, we intend, demand, and declare. Let's wrap all governments, leaders, organizations, institutes, businesses of 2 or more. We wrap them in this ascension cocoons of light and love, surrounded by impenetrable bubbles and violet flame that only love can enter and exit. And we wrap that same energy, healing cocoons of ascension energy, around all of our food sources, our farms, our farmers, all light workers, all leaders who are serving the greatest good. We surround them with impenetrable bubbles of violet flame. Any harm coming to any of them rapidly ricochets back to its source and implodes. All governments, leaders, organizations, institutes, businesses of 2 or more. Any harm they attempt to send through the ascension cocoon and the violet flame ricochets back to its source and implodes. We intend, demand, and declare that all businesses, agencies, organizations, governments work for the people in harmony with Mother Earth and nature. We intend, demand, and declare that we have a financial structure that allows all people equal buying power based on asset-backed currencies. Our healthcare system is based on vibrant health and vital energy. Our legal system is based on truth and integrity and honesty. We intend, demand, and declare that all children are safe and free and forever loved and beloved and nourished and supported and cared for. Any harm that is attempted to come near any child rapidly is an arrow back to its source and implodes. It implodes with ascension energy, healing energy, because that is evil that hasn't realized its pain. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this and greater in the highest and greatest good. It is our intent that all beings on this planet have plenty of healthy food, healthy water, healthy soil, and healthy air to nourish and support them. We echo this prayer out to all other planetary systems that can be honored by it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this and greater, always, in the highest and greatest good. 1, 2, 3. It is done, it is done, it is done. In the Trinity of Three, it is done. Now. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. I wish you a happy new year and a happy new you. A new you that is free of the pain and the burdens and the trauma and the fear and the angst and the inner child hurt. A new you that has learned to unconditionally love yourself. A new you that allows its vulnerability to be its authenticity and greatest strength. A new you who consciously chooses right brain every nanosecond of every second of every hour of every minute of every month of every year. Because in a second you can choose again if you slip and fall. A new you who honors you. Honors self, loves self, is grateful for self and every aspect of your energy field. And that, dearest ones, will give us a new earth that will honor us all back. Happy New You 2024. Namaste. Bye for now.